If you know me, you know that I broadcast from BeLive. I'm just waiting for the signal to go through to OneStream, and today is a special day as we go live on Amazon Live, and hopefully by the time the countdown clock is finished, we'll actually be live on Amazon Live. And negotiations are taking place between OneStream and Amazon Live. The signal's going out from OneStream to Amazon Live should arrive on my iPad in a moment. I'm waiting for it to turn from pink to red, and then I'll know that we're actually going to go live. I'm pressing the button now. So we are going live over. Made it. Okay. And let's come over to me. And I'm going to go full screen. And you're over to me. Okay. Welcome to this live broadcast from BeLive. I'll just put the logo top right so that you recognize where I'm actually broadcasting from. That's the BeLive logo. And if you see it anywhere, then it means be.live. And if you go to be.live, you get a free trial of this software. And this is the software I'm actually using to broadcast to BeLive. Now, I've just noticed that there is another logo, which I'm going to apply. And that's just appeared in my BeLive studio. So I'll be using that throughout the broadcast and just go blank. Okay. Now, it's after 2 o'clock in the UK, so I'm wide awake, and I want to thank you for joining me on Facebook, on YouTube, not on LinkedIn. I'm sorting a problem out at the moment, but you should see me on Facebook. Now, when I went live this morning, there was a problem, and let's see what this is. Okay, because I think I need to show this on screen. Okay, and okay, that's a link. Selling before I started. That's a link to the TrebLab speaker, which you will see in a moment. And that was posted simply because, because I set something up and I didn't realize how active it was. It's totally active. Today in devices in Wiltshire, think Stonehenge, think Avebury, think Salisbury, 97 miles from London. It's a great place to live, a great place to walk. And we went out for a walk this lunchtime. I wore my Fitbit, which is down the carousel. And today we're going to be talking about all things lights, camera, action. And I'm going to start off though, and forgive me for this, I'm going to start off with something interesting. Well, to me, it's interesting. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take myself off full screen. And you can now see that you've got me here. You've got my desktop down below. Hello, desktop. You've got the TrebLab. You've got a short video. You have a video of Salisbury, which is on YouTube. You can tell that from the red symbol on the front of it. And then you've got the card. You've got the card for this show. Now, I'm broadcasting from BeLive, and BeLive is now in beta, is the ability to have 6 people on screen. So if you're watching me live on Facebook and you've got any questions, then please do ask, and please do make comments, because comments are useful. And I want to say hello to everybody in Amazon Live. This is Stephen from Wiltshire in England, and welcome to the show. So let's go with welcome to the show. And the show is called Lights, Camera, Action. Now, in this show, I deal with everything to do with live broadcasting, and it is, as this card says, and I'm going to take that off screen so you can actually see it. We talk about webcams, audio gear, Fitbits, which I've already shown you, microphones and live video. If you've got questions about any of those, then please do ask during the live broadcast, and I will do my best to actually answer them. Okay, so lights, camera, action. Back to me. Okay, so where to go? What shall we look at today? I'm going to look at something different to start off with. And that is down in the carousel. Okay, but it's not what you think it is. Okay, I'm going to talk about lights, camera, action. The action part covers everything. And the thing I'm going to talk about now, if I come back off screen, is I'm going to hide that card. I'm going to hide the video. I'm going to hide Treblabs. And I'm going to, which one is it, left or right? I think it's got to be that one. Okay, and I'm going to picture in picture, and I'm going to shrink myself. Just give me a second. It'll take me a second, but it'll be worth it. Okay, so I'm shrunken. You can see more of my desktop. Now, you're watching me on a Logitech Brio camera. I'll talk about the camera during this broadcast. And the second camera is an Osbot Tiny, which is currently pointing at my desktop. Both of those you can see down in the carousel. I will give you more details of both, but this is my demonstration area. And I'm just going to move my, not for the first or last time, I'm just going to move my iPad out of the way to talk about, hopefully get this on camera, to talk about the Gillette Labs shaver razor. And this is just launched in the UK, which is why I'm showing it to you. I know it's already been on Amazon.com for a little while, but what I love about this particular, and I'll come back just to me for a second. What I love about this particular shaver is basically the style. Okay, it comes in 3 parts. Okay, the one down in the carousel, 3 parts. You've got the razor itself with the shaft, and then you've got a stand, and that's what makes it great design, because rather than it being touched by anything, you can just put it down as I'm doing now, and it sits in its own stand. And I'll put it over there so you can see it a bit better. And look out for the green packaging. Now, normally I wouldn't speak about razors, but I am impressed by this razor. I always use manual razors, nearly always use Gillette. And this new razor, I've got to say, it has given me the best shave. Really has this morning. It exfoliates as it shaves. And just reading from the box, because I'm just getting used to it, it's got an exfoliating bar, and that removes dirt and debris before the blades actually cut your hairs for a quick and easy shave every day. Now, it is a quick and easy shave every day. And the thing I like about it is not only is it effective, but it's well balanced. And as we all know, when you're using a sharp implement like this is, then you need to have total control over it. And the grip is very good. And it's just so, well, it's so smooth. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to shave for you now. I actually shaved this morning. But I have noticed already that as we go through the day, you should get the hairs start to grow back. They haven't started to do so yet. I think this wonderful shaver has actually frightened them a little bit. And I wanted to show it because I do recommend it. It is a very effective shaver. And if you've come here for watching for lights and cameras, that's where we're going now. And I'm going to, yep, thank you for watching me live on Amazon Live. If you have any questions about anything I show, then please do ask. Okay, and right, so this is my desktop. This is where I do all the demonstrations, and you can see it's live. I'm just going to put that box out the way over there and just pick up this leaflet because it's there and show you, if you want to know where I am geographically. I live close to, I need to practice this. I live close to Stonehenge, okay, in the UK, and I'm delighted to be broadcasting on Amazon Live today. And I'm here to talk to you about lights, camera, action. And so let's do an official welcome to the show. This is lights, camera, action. And you are most definitely watching Stephen live from Wiltshire in England. As I explained, I live in a small town Devizes, population 23,000. We're 97 miles from London, and we do go up to the smoke or uptown or up to London 3 or 4 times a year, because we have an excellent rail service which allows us to do that. Okay, introduce a couple of my friends while I'm here. This is a pot with a plant which was bought specifically for this live broadcast, and this plant here shouldn't be here. Okay, you're going to watch this plant grow over 2022 as well. This plant is a survivor. Angelica, my partner, was doing some repotting of plants, and one of the plants was pot bound, so she took the plant out but left some soil in and then put the new plant in. Well, this little fella, okay, appeared long after the plant had been repotted, and this is from the old plant, and he's a survivor. The roots are year long, yeah, so he deserves to be there. I do try and water him regularly, or her, and so we've covered nothing to do with live video, but I do want to say thank you for watching. Also, I want to say a big thank you to okay, just let me move Aski. I hope that's the right pronunciation. Aski, thank you for following, and following is important to we don't work for Amazon. We're all independent broadcasters broadcasting live on Amazon Live. We're grateful to Amazon Live for actually producing these shows, or giving us facility to produce these shows. Our pleasure is to actually talk about the products down the carousel, over 75% of which we own. And if you've got any questions in relation to the products in the carousel, or in relation to live broadcast, in relation to Zoom, then please do ask during the course of this live broadcast, and I will do my best to answer. Okay, now, the camera that you're watching at the moment is the Logitech Brio. Okay, so I'm going to bring the Logitech Brio into my carousel, and hopefully it's not too far away. So the first camera we're looking at, just a minute, okay, is Logitech Brio. Now, the reason I'm mentioning the Logitech Brio camera is it is 20% off today. So it's $159.99 as opposed to $199.99. So 20% off. Now, when I started with the Logitech C920, which I'll show you in a moment. And I had Logitech C920 for 6 years, and then I moved to the Brio. This is the Brio. Now, once you've got used to the Brio and appreciate, it's slightly oversaturated color-wise, so it's showing me at my best, which I like. Coloring is good to me. It's 720 and 1080p. 720 is what I'm broadcasting it to you now, which is DVD quality. So it is good quality broadcasting on Amazon Live. We're all broadcasting at 720p, whether you've got a camera capable of 720, 1080 or 4K. The broadcast that goes to Amazon Live is 720p. Right. Okay. What does that mean? The higher the number, 720, 1080, 4K, the clearer, the more pixels there are, and the clearer the picture that you're seeing. Okay. Now, in general terms, we broadcast to Facebook at 720. We broadcast to YouTube at 1080. Okay. Broadcast to Twitch 1080. Yeah. Different platforms have different specifications, and this is the specification that we broadcast to Amazon Live, 720p. And say hello to Corinda has found me on Facebook. I'm broadcasting today on Amazon Live. Thank you for watching. I'm also broadcasting on Facebook, YouTube, and my website. I'm quite excited to actually be live on my website, and I should be there in a second. Coming back to me, I'm going to get carried away today because I'm actually so excited that I can do things. But this is I'll show you later. This is the Brio camera, and the thing about the Brio camera is that it's a piece of software that you can download from Logitech.com, which will give you greater control of your camera. Okay, That product is Logitech Capture. If you've got a Logitech camera, this software is free. Logitech Capture. Go to logitech.com and you can download the software. Yeah. Now I'm going to show you a piece of software from logitech.com, and I just need to find it first. And then having found it, I just need to load it. So I'm loading the software, right? So we're loading the software, and I'm going to show you how you can control your Logitech cameras. Doesn't matter whether it's a 920, 922, 925, 930 or a Brio, you can use the same software to control all cameras. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to share screen. Now this is live, anything can happen, anything can go wrong. Please stay around, we'll sort it out in the end. Okay, and leave the panicking to me. So I'm going to screen share, and I'm going to bring in, if I can connect to it, I'm going to bring in an app. Oh, got it first time. Sometimes it's a bit like fishing. So I'm going to take myself off full screen, and I'm going to hide the desktop because we don't need that. What we do need is this piece of software. Okay, this is the control software for a Logitech camera. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go side by side, and I'm going to go side by side like this. Okay, so you've got a wide angle view of both of us. Okay, the software, I'll go like that. This is the software, logitech.com, download the software, and then you've got control of your Logitech camera, 920, 922, 925, 930 Brio. Okay, this software controls it. Now I'm going to take you through the controls and show you how they work. Okay, so let's go to the software, and I've got to try and remember not to click the broadcast screen. I've got to click the software screen. I know it sounds simple, but occasionally it can be confusing. Right, the first thing you can do is that you can zoom in. Okay, and you can zoom in as much as you like. Now, I've become a giant overnight just by clicking a button. That's not good. I'm going to zoom back once, twice, and I'm now where I want to be. Now, the thing about this, okay, when you're on Amazon Live, or you're on Zoom, or you're on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch, there's some principles that you want to abide by. The first of these is headroom. You must have room above your head. If you're seen like that, that's not a good look. And people don't, we turn away from people who look like that. What we want is people to be space at the top. Yeah. Right. The other thing that you want to do is, well, three things, not two things, three things. The other thing you want to do is you want to be reasonably, if it's just you on camera, well, for your camera, you want to be at the center. You want to be the main focus that people are actually looking at. And if you go off to one side or another, that's not going to work. What you need to be is looking forward, because what you should be doing, as I try to do, and this is a learned skill, is to actually look at the camera. Yeah, because if I look at the camera, which I am now, then it seems as though I'm looking directly at you watching on Amazon, Facebook, YouTube, or my website. It seems like it's the best way to be, is to actually look at the camera. Yeah, it's more, I know for a presenter, broadcaster, it does take some practice, because what you want to do is you want to look a few inches lower and actually look at the screen. No, what you should do is leave the headroom and look at the camera. Okay, so in summary, but at the end of the day, whether headroom, middle of the screen, look at the camera, those are three things that we can all do. They're all learned skills. Yeah, we weren't born able to live broadcast. It's something that we actually learn. Yeah, as is confidence on camera, and I'll come back to that during this live broadcast. In other words, if you think that you can do what I'm doing now, then I've got something that you should know. You can. You can do this. You can present on Amazon Live. It is a journey, but you can sit in my chair and you can present on Amazon Live. It is possible. Everything that I'm doing now is a learned skill. Yeah, it's practice, and practice makes perfect. So that's about setting up your camera. And as you said, using the software, which has come from Logitech.com, free to every Logitech camera user. You can zoom in. Okay, and if I press the right button, if I press the right button, you can zoom in and you can zoom out again. That's the first control. I can also go up or down using the tilt buttons. I can go to the left. Let's go here. Okay, I can actually go to the left and to the right. Okay, I can keep going, but I'm not in the center of the screen. So let's go back again. Okay, I want you to be able to see the chess set. That chess set. Okay, that's got to be in the picture. The focus obviously is on me looking at the camera, but something of interest that people can look at. And I might actually do a game of chess on there. If you want to challenge me on to play chess, then please do. Okay, now next thing is field of view, and that's down here, and you can see my mouse moving. I'm going to go to 90%. Now at 90%, the camera, Logitech cameras have three fields of view: 65%, 78%, 90%. Okay. You can decide what the field of view is going to be by setting it using this software. By default, it will be set at 78, but you can set it at 90, which is what I've done there. I can come back to 78. I can come to 65. And the lower the number, the bigger I am. Okay. And the less of my studio you can actually see. I'm generally happy being on 78 because, as I say, you can see the chess set. Okay. So field of vision 65, 78, 90. Okay. I could have a widescreen image if I wanted. I'm not sure what's going to happen here. Nothing, because I'm actually on 78 degrees. Anything happened? Let's check. Nothing happened with that button. Okay, back to the controls then. I'm going to go back to standard image. I'm just clicking and it switched back. Okay, so field of vision 90 degrees, 78 degrees, 65, and I'm getting tighter on me every time. You're looking at the Logitech Brio camera, which is down in the carousel today. It is 20% off. Right, okay, now it has an advanced mode, and I'm going to go now for advanced mode. Okay, so this is the advanced mode. I'm going to shrink myself a little bit, or I'm not. Should I shrink myself or not? No, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Keep looking at the camera. Well, it's difficult to look at the camera because I'm actually looking at the software at the same time. Okay, now I'm going to go side by side. That's probably the best bet. Is I need to go here and I need to put it back to 78. Okay, 78. Right, back to advanced. You can change the brightness. Now, in terms of changing the brightness, if I take the brightness up, and I'm endeavoring to do that, then you can see this is not an image you actually want to be showing on a live video. You don't want to be showing it with the lights out. What you want is to have, I always use the default settings because they're pretty good, and all the default settings are set at 50. Yeah. Now, in addition to that, as well as controlling the brightness, I can control the color. So I can be bright red with fluorescent green, or I can go the other way. Now, this is an effective way of broadcasting. Everybody broadcasts in color. If you're broadcasting in sepia, not for the whole broadcast, then you can stand out. And you can stand out on a Zoom call if you use the software that comes from Logitech.com. You can make a good impression on a Zoom call just by changing the colors. Okay, back to here. And I'm going to put the colors back. Now, the great thing about this is that the default setting is 50, which is a number that's easy to remember, and it is 50 for all the options. Okay, I've got to 49. I'll stick at that. Contrast. I can change the contrast. I can go from there to there and all points in between. Again, I'm going to go back to 50. There are maybe occasions, okay, and I'm going to get it to 50. Okay, there may be occasions when you want to use that setting. All these settings, what you're trying to do with this is so that you're comfortable on camera. That's what it's all about. You have to be happy with how you look on camera. That's what the controls are there for. I mean, it's fun to actually move the sliders about, but there is a purpose behind what I'm doing, and that's to make sure that I am happy when I'm broadcasting. Okay, because if I'm happy, then I'll give a better show. If I didn't want to be on camera, then broadcasting live would be a bit difficult. Or even so, that is a learned skill. Now, contrast we've done, brightness we've done, colors we've done, contrast, also auto white balance. Now, if you're in a darkened area, and if I make a mistake here, please do correct me in the comments. Then basically, auto white balance we don't need unless we have bad lighting. If you've got bad lighting, auto white balance will correct. Yeah, but it doesn't make any difference at the moment because I've got decent lighting. So it should be off. Now the final one is autofocus, which is the one there, and it switches itself on. I want to switch it off. Okay, whichever camera you've got, doesn't matter. I mean, we're talking Logitech at the moment. I'll tell you why. But you don't need autofocus on. Not in this day and age. In the past we did. Now you don't need it on. Switch it off. Yeah, it doesn't do anything. Okay, because the software these days is so good that you don't actually need autofocus. I've got to say that slowly because I keep getting it slightly wrong because of my accent. Okay, if you're wondering about the accent, yes, I am English. I live in Devizes in Wiltshire, and with my partner Angelica, who's a German language tutor, and it's just the best place to be. So this software comes from Logitech.com. Go to Logitech.com, search for Logitech Capture, and that will find two programs. Logitech Capture itself and the program I've just been showing you now. I'm showing you because it's easier to use. Okay, you'll find both. There'll be in a download section on the page. Just download them, install them to your hard drive, and then what happens is you then have, well, you can then control and set up your camera using the software before you go live on Zoom, before you go live on the web, and make sure that you're happy on camera, that you have headroom, that you're in the middle of the screen, that your coloring is right. Every Sunday night, because I broadcast on Amazon Live 9 a.m. Eastern every morning. Okay, you can find me talking about different things in the carousel. And if you've got any questions about anything in the carousel, please do ask. I just want to go over here for a moment and say thank you to Doris. And if I go zoom in, Doris Foreman. Hello, Doris. Nice to meet you. Thank you for following. You've helped to make my day. Wonderful. Doris has followed me, and that's wonderful because basically, when I next go live, which will be tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern, Doris may get notification. May. Okay. But you'll notice up above me on the Amazon.com/live page that there is a following tab. And anytime you select the following tab, you will see all the live broadcasters you follow. If you've got your favorites, follow them, and then you can either catch them live by going to the following tab, or you can watch their latest show. So we can't hope that you're going to be watching Amazon Live 24/7. Okay, but when you do get to Amazon Live, you can watch the live broadcast and you can watch replays. And if you follow people, all your favorites will be in your following tab and you can watch the replays. Okay. Now, a thing that you should know, you can do three things when you're actually watching me, at least. Okay. One is follow. And I do want to say thank you to, hang on just a minute, Aski and to Doris for following. You can follow me, which is absolutely brilliant. You can make a comment. If you've got any questions about what I'm talking about, okay, I've been doing this for 6 years, over 2,000 live broadcasts. If you've got any questions, I can probably answer them. If I can't, I've made hundreds, well, more than 500 friends around the globe through live broadcasting. If I don't know the answer, I know somebody who does. I know somebody who has expertise in every aspect of live broadcasting, from DSLR cameras, which I know nothing about. I've got people who do know. Okay. So this is the Logitech Brio camera that you're actually watching now. It's down in the carousel. It's $159.99 today, which is 20% off. Okay. Now, if you notice that my shave, I'm just amazed. If you go to the beginning of the carousel, you'll see a shaver. Just a minute. I'm going to keep talking about this because I'm amazed by the quality. This shaver is beginning of the carousel. I can only say that it's a brilliant shaver. Nothing to do with lights and cameras, but everything to do with action. Okay, and it's a great gift. Okay, and it's a great razor. It's the best one I've had in ages. Okay, so this is Logitech C920. This is Logitech Brio camera you're looking at now. What I'm going to do now, though, is I'm going to go here. I don't need those are Logitech.com, Logitech Capture, download it, and you've got control of your camera. C920, 922, 925, 930, all sorted. Yeah. Free software if you've got a Logitech camera. And I'm going to hide that. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do, he said, this, by the way, this show is not scripted. Okay. I'm led by what's in the carousel, and I'm going to go through the items in the carousel. What I need to do now is I need to share my desktop. Okay, which means I need to find my desktop. Okay, right. I'm in the throes of rejigging everything. That's the razor, and I'm going to put the razor because that's not part of lights. So I'm going to put that over there. I just love the stand it's on. Okay. You don't need to find anywhere to put it, beaker or anything. It's got its own stand. Great design. And as you find out during the course of this broadcast, I am a good design freak. Okay, I'm going to change things up a bit. I'm going to change theme so that you can see more of the desktop. Okay, going around the desktop. I just want to get this right. I actually live close to Stonehenge. Okay, I can put that away as well. Okay, now the next thing I want to talk about, I'm going to come on to another camera in a minute, but I want to talk about something else just for a second, because this is my best purchase of 2022. It's only $16.99, but it has changed the way that I broadcast. One single thing has changed the way that I broadcast. What you're seeing on screen now is two cameras. On the left is the Logitech Brio, on the right is the Obspot Tiny. Both are down in the carousel. But I have two cameras connected to one computer because of something I'm going to show you now. And it's so simple. And it's been around for years. It's this. It is. I'm just trying to find the box. Boxes tell a story. If I can show you the box, it shows I own it. This is an Anker product, A-N-K-E-R. Anker are world famous for building quality goods at a good price. And this unit here, this one, is the one that has changed the way I broadcast. It's down in the carousel at the moment. It's $16.99. It's PC. There is an iOS version, Apple version, but this is the PC version. If you think you plug your camera, let me put the box down. If you plug your camera into your external camera into your PC or Mac, and it takes up a slot, okay, unplug the camera, plug this unit in, and you've then got 4 USB-A slots. Now, that means that I can have plugged in here, and I do have plugged in here, 2 cameras, 1 microphone, and a Toshiba hard drive, which is doing backups. And I'll come back to that later, possibly. But this simple unit has changed the way that I work. Yeah, I could have 2 cameras and 2 microphones, 3 cameras and 1 microphone, all plugged into the computer, all work as they should do, as if they were directly plugged in. And it's so simple. And this is not new technology. This is old technology. Okay, this has been around for years. Anchor have been around for years. This is reliable technology, and this 4-way USB is my bargain of the year because it's changed the way that I broadcast. I can have the 2 cameras on screen. I can switch between 2 microphones, all because of this one $16.99 unit. Okay, and if you think I am singing its praises, that is because I am singing the praises of the Anchor 4-way USB port. Now, if you own a Microsoft Surface, I saw an extension set for a Microsoft Surface, and I'll talk about it next week. Okay, but as far as PCs and Macs are concerned, if you need more USB-A ports, which is a standard USB, came first USB-A. Don't know what happened to USB-B, but USB-C is the small, tiny one, and yeah, so that's it. Basically, USB-A is the standard that most manufacturers use, and this device down the carousel at the moment gives you 4 ports, 4 instead of 1. So let's put that way around. You get 4 ports where you only had 1 before. Game changer. Okay, right. So that's basically. I love new tech. That's what keeps me going. What keeps me happy. And the next thing I'm going to talk about is this, and it is. I'm going to go picture in picture again. Okay, this is a camera. Okay, I'm going to fasten it up and show it on screen. This is a Logitech C920, which is down in the carousel now at $69.99. This was the first external camera I ever bought. When you start broadcasting, you don't need anything external. You can use your internal camera and your internal microphone. Don't buy any kit until you are happy that you enjoy live broadcasting. Because unless you enjoy, Marco Nova and I are great friends, and he broadcasts his Amazon Insider to catch Marco's broadcasts on Amazon Live. He and I know someone who spent more than $2,000 on getting the best broadcasting equipment he could, the best camera, the best microphone, the best lights, the best green screen. Did his first broadcast and didn't like it. So the whole shooting match, the whole shebang, was sold on eBay, and he lost close to $2,000. Don't buy anything until you're happy that you enjoy being a live broadcaster. Now, key to this, if you enjoy your first live broadcast, you'll do a second. If you enjoy your second, you'll do a third, and you just carry on. And when you actually become comfortable on camera and people are watching your live broadcast, that's the time to buy a new kit. And the camera that most people buy as their first camera is this, which is a Logitech C920X. Okay, now I've chosen the X for a particular reason. I'm going to show you why in a minute. But the camera I, right, first of all, this camera, that camera, you've got a lens, you've got two twin microphones. This camera is 6 years old. It's the first camera I got. It looks like new. It behaves like new. It still works perfectly. It was superseded by the Brio because I wanted 4K. This is 720 and 1080p. Remember, the bigger number, the more pixels, the better the image. Okay. It sits on your monitor like that. And I've got the Brio in front of me and I'm looking directly into the Brio. Okay. Same with this. I can't show you this camera because it's not plugged in. Old joke, I know. But that is, sorry, that is the USB-A connector I was talking about earlier. Okay. So it goes on the top of your monitor or on the top of your laptop, and you just look straight into it. Magic happens, and you go live. Now, this is plug and play. This is a camera, ubiquitous. You'll find this camera everywhere. Most live broadcasters, when we go back 5 or 6 years, we all bought this C920, and many broadcasters still use this C920 today because it's good. I mean, build quality. I've had this 6 years. It still works. It's been sat on my monitor. It looks like new. Yeah. So it sits on the monitor, or, and this is the practical part of the demonstration, which may or may not go right. I'm just going to go over here. Excuse me a moment. And we're going to do this with two hands. On the bottom of the camera, you will see that you can actually screw in. And I'm going to do this live. This may or may not work. So bear with me a minute. I want to concentrate because I don't want, after having it 6 years, I don't want to destroy the camera. You understand what I'm saying? But you've got with the principle, and basically it's a tripod stand. Pull out the tripod legs, and if this crashes on the floor, yeah, it's not going to, it's going to stay. And then you adjust the tripod to actually get the angle that you actually want for the camera. Okay, and you tighten it up again. Now, this is a small tripod. You could have a larger tripod, but the C920 works both on your monitor and on a tripod stand. So we'll leave it on its tripod stand there. But the thing is that this is, what was I sharing? I'm going to stop sharing now. This is, I'm just looking for something in my carousel. So see what you can identify on my desktop while I go looking for a video. I should find it in a minute. Okay, I'm going all the way through. I've got, right, I found it. Okay, I'm going to bring it up on screen. Okay, it's the C920X. It's called the C920X because it has extras. The X stands for Expert VCam. Now, those people who know me know that I love green screens. I love background removal. Yeah, as in my live broadcasts. This is the software that I actually use. I've been using this since January 2019 as my go-to background software on PC. It is the best in class. Yeah, I'll show you. I'm not going to waffle. Old blood for Britain. I'm going to bring this up on screen. Okay, I'm going to turn my microphone off and just press play. This is what is included with the camera that's down the carousel. 3 months subscription to XSplit VCam. It's such well, I'm not going to use superlative adjectives, but I'm just going to go and switch my mic off and press play. And I'm here to give you an overview of XSplit VCam, how it works. Background removal tool I've been using since January 2019, and it just keeps getting better and better. Now, the image behind me is one of Salisbury Cathedral, and the acid test of any background removal tool is that you still have 10 fingers with little webbing between them. Okay, so that test passed. Second is the outline of your body. Those are the things to look for when you're looking at a green screen, the ability to actually move about. So let's take a look at the software itself. And this is the XSplit VCam program. Okay, now you notice the top there, it says original. This is me. This is also me. So this is how I look normally. Now, first stage is to actually remove the background. So let's remove the background by pressing the button, and I get background's gone. Okay, prove that if I go here, background has disappeared. Okay, so next step is to select a background to go in place, and you can do that just by clicking an image. You'll get a different background. Okay, that's it. That's very colorful. Now, just a warning, you need to make sure that the image at the top is not too light. Okay, what you don't want is to have an image too light at the top. If you try it, you'll see what I mean. Okay, now XSplit VCam is an external program which you download from XSplit, and it sits on your computer and you can use it in this way. Okay, so over to one of my favorite backgrounds. So I'm just switching background. Now, if I go to here, you can actually see that I can get backgrounds from several sources. I can upload a media file. Okay, and I'm going to upload a media file. I'm going to go on my hard drive to artwork and to reduced. Okay, and I'm going to bring up this image, and that's it. That's how easy it is to take an image from your hard drive and bring it on screen. Second thing you can do is you can run a YouTube video. Now I can show you a sample of this. If I go down here, we'll see in a moment, hopefully a YouTube video, and you can have a video. Right, okay, now every video that I show you is available in its full format on YouTube. Okay, the idea of an Amazon Live broadcast is that in fact, all presenters should be on screen most of the time and occasionally use video. And that's a good rule, because basically I'm here so that you can ask questions about live broadcasting and comments. Now, the thing is that if you make a comment, then I will see it on my iPad. I shall read it out, and if it's a question, I shall try and answer it. If I can answer it, I will. If I can't, I'll ask and I'll come back in a later broadcast. Now, the comments that you make during this live broadcast, first of all, you're welcome to chat to each other. Okay, you can say hello, and you can say hello to each other. Just one word makes all the difference. If you say hello and where you're from, then that's good, because I told you that I definitely am. I'm going through a list at the side of me. You're watching Stephen live from Wiltshire in England. Okay, and it'd be great if I could know whereabouts you're watching from as well. I know it's early in the day, and I do appreciate your spending time with me. But if you want to chat, then please do. Okay, so that is in relation to, and don't need the video anymore, so I'm going to hide it. This camera, which is the Logitech C920X, is down in the carousel at the moment. It is $69.99, and you can mount it on a monitor, you can mount it on a laptop, you can mount it on a PC, or you can mount it on a tripod. And to go on with the practical demonstrations, put the tripod together, and you can actually unscrew the tripod, and hopefully this will work. Yep, so tripod's free. Put that away. Normally when I'm doing the broadcast, I end up with a desk full of equipment. And as you can see, I own 75% of what you're actually seeing today. Now, just an aside, if I go here, I'm showing my support for this course. Okay, and because I'm actually broadcasting from Belive, and Belive's engineering is actually based in Kiev in the Ukraine, and they are having most horrible times at the moment, and they're still continuing to work and allowing people to broadcast, and I want to say thank you. So thinking about the Ukraine, about Kiev, and about my friends in Kiev. Okay, and I noticed if I go to logos again, okay, I've noticed some new things happening, which I just want to show you. I'm going to take the logo off. It will appear later in the broadcast, no doubt. But I've got some overlays. I don't know what they are. And I'm going to show you the first one. This is a world premiere. Ah, right. Okay. So now I know what they are. So support Ukraine is the hashtag that you will see everywhere, and save Ukraine. Okay. And if you're on BeLive, you can actually use these to give and show your support. Okay. And I'm going to switch back to that one and apply. Okay. So thank you to, again, the team at BeLive for actually providing the overlays that we can use. I'm just going to go a bit further down. So, but another reason that I'm excited is I've seen other things in my BeLive studio today, and I can do this. Okay. I'm using the camera you're watching is Logitech Brio. The second camera is the Obspot Tiny, which I'll talk about shortly. You are watching not live video sales training. Just a point, if you are interested in how this is done, how we actually broadcast live on Amazon, I do live video sales training for BeLive for everybody worldwide, and you can join us and learn about how you can broadcast on Amazon Live. Okay, I've shown you the video about, I'm just going to change things around a minute, just a minute. I've shown you the video about XSplit VCam, which is included with the C920X camera. I can show you later the Treblo HD77, and hopefully this will work. I need one more. Okay, I'm just going through, and if you're watching me on Facebook or YouTube, then you've just got the link come through. And just wait a second, I need to find something. I just want to complete the set. Okay, I'm going to go, can't do that, can't do that, can't do that. I'm going to go with something I can do. Okay, and there we are. So I can now have 6 assets on screen when I go live on BeLive. We've had 4 on screen, but it opens up all sorts of possibilities using BeLive as a broadcasting platform, especially on Amazon Live. And I'm going to be, this weekend, I'm actually going to be exploring and taking advantage of the fact that I can now have 6 assets on screen, and I'm coming down now. Okay, I think I've got it. I'm going to hide that. I'm coming down now to me, and there we are. Okay, now if I take myself off full screen, you've got the desktop there, and again I just want to shrink myself. Okay, so I'm going to shrink myself again. Doesn't hurt, just zoom back. Okay, so we've talked about the USB hub. Connect 2 cameras, 2 microphones, 3 cameras, 1 microphone, a USB hard drive from Toshiba, that's down in the carousel. And the next thing that I'm going to talk about is, in fact, the camera that you're looking at now. Hello. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. The next camera that we're going to look at, just a minute. The next camera that we're going to look at is down in the carousel now, and it's the Obspot Tiny camera. Okay, so thank you for watching me on Amazon Live. I'm going to put that over there, and I'm going to switch this camera to there. Yeah, so now you've got 2 of me on screen, and I'm going to hide one of me like that. Okay, Hopefully you can still hear me. Okay, now you're watching a different camera now. This is the Obspot Tiny camera. I purchased this 3 weeks ago, having seen it for quite a while, and thought that is a darn good camera. I would like to get my hands on that. I would like to use that in my live broadcast. So this is the Obspot Tiny. I've got to remember to look at the right camera, otherwise it's not going to work. So this is the Obspot Tiny. It's a PTZ camera. Pan, tilt, and zoom. That's what it can do. It's PTZ. Okay. It's got a 2x zoom. It's also got artificial intelligence, but in addition to that, it has the ability to have word of explanation. Logitech C920, 922, 925, 930 and Brio are static cameras. In other words, they don't move. They have a 90-degree field of vision, which they can tighten to 78 and then can tighten to 65. If you thought the background moved, then it did. I'll show you why in a minute. So 3 fields of vision. The Obspot Tiny is 270 degrees of vision. It's got a gimbal, which means that it can tilt, it can pan, yeah? And if you look at it, it is pretty good. But the thing about it is it can go 3 preset locations. So let's just go, and I'm using the software that comes with it. I'll show you the software in a minute. So preset location, that is my Under Armour rucksack, together with a picture of Avebury Stone Circle, which is about 25 miles away from me. It is a stone circle like Stonehenge. It's a lot bigger. It has a village and a pub in the middle of it. Then back to me. Well, no, it's bypassing me. Where's it going? Then it's going to my desktop, and then it's going to preset location 2, which is me. Okay, so 3 locations. You can go from one location to another. Yeah, but that's not where the fun ends, because this is the most fun I've had with a camera. The Obspot Tiny is in fact capable. I'm just setting this up so that when I move, nothing happens. Just a second. This is live. Let's kill that. Get rid of that software. Go to this software. Click that button. That's better. Okay. Why is it that demonstrations never go perfectly? Now, the thing you can see is that the PTZ camera, the Obspot Tiny, down in the carousel, $199, is actually tracking me. And it's actually tracking me as I move. Just give me a second. It's tracking me when I bend forward. It's tracking me when I stand up. So the jumper, it does remind one of Star Trek, doesn't it? Just happens to be one of my favorite shows. And Jean-Luc Picard, well, what can I say? Jean-Luc is Jean-Luc, one of our finest actors. And of course, Picard season 2 is released today, which is a day of celebration. So I shall be watching on Amazon Prime tonight, Picard season 2, episode 1. And this jumper, it looks Star Trekian. Okay, so got into it. Don't worry, this jumper's not on the carousel. This jumper was bought locally in devices, shop locally when you can. Now, you notice that as I move around, the one thing that this camera is actually doing is giving me headroom all the time. When I spoke earlier, I spoke about the C920 and the Brio. I talked about having headroom and framing and being in the center of the picture. Well, the Obspot is actually taking care of that by giving me headroom. Let me go down a bit. Okay, I'll get that where I want it. So the Obspot Tiny is a dual purpose camera, because not only can it do the static thing, it can actually do the moving about bit. Okay, and it will follow me around the room. Okay, and it does have, back again, it does have a fast action mode. So if you were watching somebody running and filming somebody running, as they run around the track, the camera would follow them. Well, absolutely brilliant technology. Now, the camera itself, the Obspot Tiny, came out in 2021. It was funded via Indiegogo. It was oversubscribed. I didn't subscribe at the time, wish I had, but I bought mine 3 weeks ago, and it's the most fun I've had with a camera. Now, there is a reason for having a camera where I, as a presenter, can actually stand up. When you stand up on camera, you quite simply, I'm just going to move my chair out of the way, and you can watch me do it. You quite simply, you have more energy. Yeah. And again, you can watch the camera framing me. You have more energy when you stood up. So it means that when I take this case, okay, and show it to the camera and show that it's Aftershocks, okay, should be the right way around, good. I can open the case live on camera, okay, and it's a lot easier to look at the camera when you stood up rather than looking elsewhere. I'm just looking at the camera. These are, down the carousel, these are Aftershocks headphones, and they go over your head like that and over your ear. Now these are down the carousel. I'll show you them later. These are my favorite headphones. Color wise, I chose blue. You can have different colorways. You can choose the color that you actually want, okay, from the selection that's there. They are plastic coated, therefore they are rainproof. So if you go out and it's raining, there's a shower. I mean, I go out walking and I take these with me, and if it rains, I'm not bothered. I just carry on walking. Yeah, the headphones are okay. They are Bluetooth, which means that you take your mobile phone. Just a minute, let me get a mobile phone. Again, the camera is still tracking me. You take your mobile phone, you go to settings, you go to Bluetooth, you'll see the Aftershocks headphones, just click connect, and then you can play Amazon Music or your favorite podcasts. And these are meant for outdoors. So you can play this whether you're walking, running, jogging, or cycling. Okay, and if it rains, it rains. You just carry on. You have mirrored controls either side for actually controlling the headphones. You can receive a call with one click. You can make a call using a voice dial assistant. Okay, take and make phone calls. The sound, now, this is important. These are not earbuds. These go over your ear. They are bone conducting. So you're going to ask me, what's the sound like? The sound is good. It is not hi-fi, but as far as day-to-day use is concerned, it is good quality sound. Listening to music or listening to a podcast. Yeah. Now, they don't go in your ear, which gets rid of one of the biggest irritations about earbuds. They are irritating. After a while, you realize that you're aching because you're wearing earbuds. With these, because they go over your ears, you forget you're wearing them. Okay, there is no irritation whatsoever with these for most people. I've got to put that in. These these headphones are brilliant because your ear canal, they're not in there, which means that you can talk to the person standing next to you. Yeah. You can hear the traffic all around you. Yeah. You can even hear the silent cyclists coming up behind you. You can switch your attention because your ears are free. They're still workable. They're not plugged with earbuds. So this is an alternative. These are safe headphones because they don't go in your ears. Okay. Now we're doing that demonstration of these wonderful headphones because I'm actually demonstrating. Okay, off of it. I'm actually demonstrating the camera. Okay, the camera's found me again. This is the most fun I've had with a camera. It's ideal for Zoom. If you basically want this for Zoom, then it's brilliant because you can actually show people around. Okay, you can walk around the office and the camera will follow you. As a teacher in class, okay, in front of a room full of pupils, if you want to record your session or relay it somewhere else, you can turn the camera upside down suspend it from the ceiling. And if you're a teacher in front on the days, you can actually walk around the room. I'm putting my chair back as I do this. You can actually walk around the room, yeah, and the camera will follow you. So as you're writing on the board, the camera follows you. As you're sitting at your desk, the camera follows you. So for teaching establishments, this is a wonderful camera to have because you can turn it upside down and it will track your movements as you're actually presenting. Okay, so that's why I love the Oswald Tiny PTZ camera, which is down in the carousel at the moment. It's just a minute. This is the one drawback. This is the one drawback. I'm still here, but if I go here, yeah, the one drawback is that if you have been stood up and you sit down, the camera just loses you momentarily. Okay, let's get my chair where it should be. And basically what I'm going to do is go to the software. I'm going to show you the software. Okay, because this is quite ingenious. I'm going to share screen. Okay, and that will come up in a second. I'm going to share the window and I'm going to bring the software in next to me. Just a second. So this is the software that comes with the Obusbot Tiny. Okay, and if I take myself off full screen, no, that's not it. If I take myself off full screen, okay, and what I want to do, I want to hide one of these cameras. I'm going to hide that camera. Right, what I wanted to do, okay, I'm not sure which way around this is now. Oh, yes, I am. Okay, one of these is the Logitech Brio. One of these is the Oswald Tiny. I would suggest that the Brio is on the right and the Oswald Tiny is on the left. Okay, there is a difference, you can tell. Better colorways on the Brio, and I've got used to those over time. Okay, so that's the Oswald Tiny, and it is so much fun. You wouldn't believe how much fun. Okay, so I'm going to no, what I'm going to do is put the Oswald Tiny back to location 2. Okay, and then I'm going to bring in the card. Okay, I do video training. If you want to know how to do this, then just get in touch. And I create my videos, which I haven't played yet, using Canva. And I'm going to bring a video up on screen. Okay, and I'm going to bring something else up on screen. Just let me do this. I'm determined to do this. Just let me show camera. Okay, and you're watching lights, camera, action. And I'm just going to explain what's occurring at the moment. If I move me over here. Okay, this is why I've been excited and today, because this is my studio. This is my Be Live studio, and I've now got 6 feeds in the studio, whereas before I only had 4. Okay, so I'm able to have 6 people on screen, or 4 people and 2. You get the mix. I've got 6 asset spaces on the screen, and I can switch between them during the broadcast. So if I want to pull this up to the top left, I can, and if I want to go back again, I can. So this happens to me. This happens a lot of production possibilities, and I only saw it this morning, and now that I'm doing it live, I'm just it's just gives so many different ways of actually presenting on Amazon Live. So I'm going to spend this weekend actually looking at how we can use this facility that's been granted to us to help tell the stories that I tell on Amazon Live. And I am grateful for the fact that you're spending time with me. It's just, well, my mind is blown. There are other features as well that have appeared that I didn't know about until this morning. I'm beta testing all these, so you are the first people in the world to actually see this publicly today. I actually work for Be Live, but as a beta tester, I'm privileged to actually use this before anybody else does. Right, I'm going to, in a minute, I'm going to show you a video. I'm going to show you this video, but before I do, I want to show you a gadget. So I'm going to come to me. I'm going to hide things. So I'm going to hide things. I'm going to hide that. Okay. You'll see the screen change as I do it. And hopefully I don't get rid of anything that I actually need. No. Okay. And I'm going to get rid of lights, camera, action. And I'm going to take off. Just bear with me. I'm setting things up. It will be worth it. It will be worth it. I'm just going to hide the video. I'm going to bring it back in a minute. No, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to hide the video. Okay. Now I'm where I want to be. Okay. Tell you, live video is so much fun. I really enjoy. I mean, I've done over the years. I've done over 2,000 shows, and I always enjoy. There's a buzz about going live. Now, until sort of, oh wait a minute, that's not the real thing, is it? That's a video. Where's the real thing? I'm going to hide that. Okay, that didn't move, did it? That's better. I've got that, and I've got a photograph of that. That didn't work. So we've looked at the Aftershocks earbuds. Just a minute. Let me put the earbuds away. Okay, so they go back in their case there. Safe carrying case. That goes into your rucksack. It's very sturdy. It's hard. You probably couldn't hear that. There's my phone. It's a Samsung phone, but I use that phone, and I use this to do something which I actually started doing in March 2021. As I just explained, I'm a desktop guy. Okay, I'm a Windows guy. Okay, I haven't gone for Windows 11 yet. Anybody gone for Windows 11 yet? I'm still on Windows 10. But I enjoy desktop broadcasting because the professionalism, as you've just seen, I can have 6 camera feeds, and I wasn't sold on mobile video. Certainly, I'm not going to broadcast this sort of thing on mobile video. I think that a broadcast like this, just my take, because we're all different and all opinions are equal, my feeling is that a desktop broadcast is a lot better. Okay, in terms of quality, not necessarily in terms of content, but in terms of quality. Okay, this is okay. This is something that I bought in March 2021, and it's basically other weekends. Angelica and I go out. We're very fortunate. Being in England, we can go out to National Trust properties. We can visit country houses, castles, and national monuments. And when we do, I take this with me. This is, and I'm going to go down to the carousel for a moment, so forgive me. I need to find it in the carousel because so I'm talking about it. It makes sense that you can actually see it. Okay, so it's down in the carousel at the moment. It is the Hohem iSteady gimbal. Okay, how does it work and why should you have one? Well, the why should you have one is easy. You can shoot mobile video, no doubt about that, with a mobile phone. But I'm trying to find some way to put this on screen. Okay, I'll do there. You can shoot video with your mobile phone. But the problem is that if you're holding your expensive mobile phone in your hand, your concentration is on not dropping the phone. Yeah, that's the first thing. The second thing is that if you are holding your phone and you're walking along, you're going up and down. It doesn't matter whether you're on the pavement or on the countryside or wherever you are, you're naturally going to be going up and down, which means that the mobile video you're shooting is going to be going up and down. That's why you should have a gimbal. And it's so much fun. Okay, you take your phone out of its case and you put your phone in the clamp. The clamp is wide enough to accommodate the larger mobile phones. Okay, your phone is then fastened in there. If you drop this on the floor, you less chance of you actually breaking the phone. The other thing is you're actually holding this steady like that, iSteady, and basically you put your phone in, you switch it on. There's one button to switch on, and this will calibrate, and it will. I'm just going to do this. It will actually take your phone and hold your phone like that. Okay, then all you need to do is to go forward and point, having pressed record first. Okay, now I could spend ages lyricizing the benefits of this. First of all, health benefits. When you're actually shooting video outside, you're actually walking and you lose track of where you're walking. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a video that I made earlier, and this is shot with the Hohem gimbal, and I'm just going to get a caption to go with it so that you know basically what's going on. You're about to visit a castle. Okay, you're about to visit a castle where I live. Okay, and I just want to get a heading to go with it so that you know what's going on. So forgive me a minute. You are going to be watching Devices Wiltshire using the gimbal that's down the carousel. What I want you to know, well, no, just enjoy it. Okay, what I'm going to do is put the video full screen. Yeah, so the video is going full screen. I'm going to switch my microphone off, and this is Devices Wiltshire using the HO-M gimbal. And so estate agents and YouTube, Twitter and Twitch, as we try to avoid the crowds and concentrate on the scenery. Now you can see that is Castle Lane. Let's go and find the castle. Okay, so town square is commercial, businesses and banks, lots of banks. I'm just outside the bank now. I'm going to walk down the street. Okay, in the distance you can see the town hall, and we'll get closer to the town hall so you can see a bit more of it along this walk. Again, welcome to this live video being shot on mobile and using Switchboard Live, broadcast out on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and of course my websites. Now, if I actually meet anybody I know, I may stop, but the odds are against that. Now, today it's 25 degrees, it's just after 11, or possibly about 11 in the morning, and I'm just going to go around. And this is Devices Castle, and very impressive it is. Unfortunately, as you can see, it does say private no entry, but you can see the portcullis, you can see the turrets, and it is just really a magnificent building. Now, the reason we can't go in is that this is private land, and the castle has been converted into private apartments, which you can buy. In fact, the whole castle was for sale for £2.5 million a couple of years ago. But there's a history behind this. The original castle, made of wood, was built in the year 1080 by the Bishop of Salisbury. Now, the Bishop of Salisbury put the castle here, castrum ad devises in Latin, castle at the crossroads, because he was looking after 3 different parishes. He was looking after Roud and 2 other parishes, and this castle was to be his place for having control of the area. In 1123, the castle burnt down and it was rebuilt, and it's been the home of royalty. King Stephen, yes, there was a King Stephen, and Queen Matilda actually battled over the castle, and the castle was also took part in the English Civil War, Roundheads versus Cavaliers. But the castle you see before you is not the original castle. It's not the 1080 castle, because that burnt down. It's not 1123 castle, because that's still there. It's underneath everything that you can see now. But this castle was one man's fancy, and it was built in the 1700s by a private landowner. And it's back to me. Okay, that's my hometown. That's where I live. The Bear Hotel, the square, absolutely beautiful. We were all there last night on the vigil for the Ukraine. 300-400 people actually standing in silence for an hour in support of the people of the Ukraine. I just want to put the logo back on screen for a moment, because I think that it's important that we all stand up and support Ukraine. Now, that video is on YouTube. All my videos are on YouTube. You can go to YouTube, type in my name. Okay. Type in Stephen Healey, type in Devices. That's how you spell Devices. Okay. Devices. and you'll find the whole of that video. Because this is Amazon Live, I can only show you a clip from a video. I can't show you the full video. So after this show, not now, go over to Amazon, to YouTube, and you can check out the full video. You can also see videos of Stonehenge, Avebury, Courts Garden. In fact, we've visited about 20 places. I was armed with my trusty gimbal and went around filming. Now, why do I do that? Okay. This piece of kit transforms your mobile phone into a history recording machine. The film I've just shown you was on a sunny day, and I can watch that video, remember the sunny days in Devisors last year, and look forward to the ones this year as well. It's for my own personal use. Okay, I'm recording this as I live and I visit, using the gimbal and my phone for personal use. The other thing is I put the videos up on YouTube. In fact, I broadcast live. I broadcast live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. And afterwards, the video remains on YouTube, and I do the SEO, and people can find my video about Stonehenge, videos about Devisors, Avebury, etc. And people do watch them. So because I'm doing a semi-professional video, yeah, because I've got the gimbal and I'm not using the mobile phone like that, yeah, because I'm not going up and down, because the iSteady gimbal is steadying, is compensating for my movement. The resulting video is, what's the word? The word I'm looking for, the resulting video is watchable. Okay, and it's there forever. And people can go to YouTube, search for Stonehenge, find my video and watch it. And believe me, people do. Okay, so you're actually recording for yourself, for history, to be on YouTube, and for me to actually show it as an illustration of what you can do with the home gimbal that's down the carousel at the moment. Now, this gimbal is part of the kit. Okay, now you heard my voice over and above the traffic in the town centre, and my voice was the primary sound that you could hear. If I'd used my mobile phone microphone, that would not have been the case, because as far as this is concerned, all sounds are equal, and it would have heightened the background noise. And I just want to say thank you, because I'm just going to go to my iPad before I make my next point. Melissa, thank you so much for following me, and thank you to Doris and to Aske. And yes, that is a new logo. So Corinda from London has joined us. Corinda also broadcasts on Amazon Live, and that's a logo that's in your studio. It is in support of the people of Ukraine who are engaged at the moment against their, well, to their surprise, I think, they're engaged fighting against Russia. Okay, and that is there because I want the Ukrainians to stay independent. Okay, so that's Corinda, and that is a new logo which you can use on your live broadcasts to explain and reinforce your support for the Ukraine. And there are some overlays as well. Let's just stick with that before I carry on. You can also, if I take the logo off and go there, logo off, there are also overlays that you can use, yeah, in support of Ukraine. There are 3 of them. Okay, and this is the 3rd one. Okay, and they have been designed specifically by, I mean, I'm broadcasting today, just a word of explanation. If I go off solo, yeah, it still works. I'm going to hide the video because we've just watched that. Okay, and I'm picture in picture now. In support of, I'm going to go side by side. Okay, and I'm going to go here and just change the layout. Just excuse me a moment. We will be back on track in a moment, but I am answering Corinda's question. If you've got any questions like Corinda, all you need to do is to put them in. And let's have a look at the overlays again. So this is the first overlay. Okay, this is the second overlay. And this is the third overlay. And you can also use the logo. So, and I do have ways that you can help. And next time I will actually show you how you can help the people of the Ukraine if you wish to do so. But the thing is that I'm actually, oh, it's the fourth one. I just found a new one. Okay, stand with Ukraine, which is something that we do. And I'm going to go down here to here. And what happened there? Oh, I've broken it. I've broken the system. Just a minute. Okay. I'm actually broadcasting from BeLive today, and BeLive now allows us to have 6 people on screen. Thank you for unmuting to listen. This is Lights, Camera, Action, live from England. But BeLive, the engineering department of BeLive, is based in the Ukraine, in Kyiv. Don't say Kiev, that's the Russian pronunciation. Kyiv, K-Y-I-V, Kyiv. And all the staff are working to keep this broadcast going and other broadcasts on BeLive. So my thanks to them. My thoughts are with you. And well, I just think this is, well, I'm beyond words really. So let's just go and take that off and come back to that one. Okay, and then come back to me. Okay, so a moment ago, I had the gimbal in my hand, this gimbal. And I was telling you that as far as the voice is concerned, the voice on your camera, and I put my camera down, my mobile phone, and I put my iPad on top of my mobile phone. I can't find it. Hang on. Okay, we're back now. Okay, your mobile phone microphone is a problem because it picks up the noise all around you. Yeah. And if you want to be heard, you need to get down in the carousel at the moment. Right, and there's a story behind this. Okay, I'll tell you the story. Down in the carousel at the moment is quite possibly the best lapel microphone that I've had. Now, the lapel microphone fits on your lapel and it plugs in to your phone. It cuts out your phone microphone and replaces it with a microphone which is attached to your body. You absorb all the sounds that are going on around you, and you get a better quality speech when you're doing your recordings on mobile. You get the best quality. Yeah, that's what I use. When I go out with my gimbal, I also use the microphone. Now, true story. Last Tuesday was my birthday, and I thought, right, okay, I went for a 6-mile walk to celebrate, okay, in the morning. And I took the mobile phone with me, and I took the gimbal, and I took the lapel microphone. I put it all together and then just went off and walked 6 miles, 3 miles out, 3 miles back. I discovered when I got home that I'd lost my lapel microphone. Yeah. So today, Amazon are delivering a new one of the microphones that's down in the carousel. Okay. And Rome has joined us saying, good morning, Stephen, and is saying an update. Most phones have omnidirectional microphones. So thank you for that. But I think it's a question of choice. Because I had lapel microphones for years, I believe in lapel microphones being the best way to do it. Okay, and I know from experience that my way works, but there's always more than one solution to a problem. My mobile phone may be not the latest generation. So I'm waiting for Amazon to knock on the door in the UK and to actually deliver a new lapel microphone. And then I'll be out and about this weekend doing more videos with the gimbal that we can see. And I'm going to go like that. And thank you for joining me, Rome. Okay, and I'm going to go picture again. I'm going to take everything off and go here, and shrink myself. Okay, so that's the gimbal, and I'm saying you do need a lapel microphone. Okay, and the final thing that you do need is one of these, and I'm going to move the gimbal gingerly out of the way so that nothing goes wrong, and we're over here. And this, I just want to be able to see it on my screen. This is here a charger, and you need to take this with you, because if your phone runs out of power, then you can just plug this in with the USB-C connector and you've got power again, and you can carry on filming. I learnt from experience how important this unit is. It's down in the carousel at the moment. It is a portable charger, and today that portable charger is 17% off. It's only $24.95. And it's priceless. A portable charger is priceless. Let's come back to me. Okay, there's the charger. There's the charger again. Okay, this is priceless, not only in terms of your mobile phone, but in terms of charging things. You charge this USB-C, USB-A, recharge it, and then you can use it. You can plug in anything which accepts a USB-C connection, and also you can plug in your Fitbit. Okay, and it's the Fitbit that I use every day, and which I'll be talking about in my broadcast tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern. So I'd like to say a big thank you to everybody, especially, special thanks go to Aske, Doris, Melissa, Corinda, Rome, and Rome. Okay, but I'll change what I'd say when I do that presentation next time. Thank you, Rome. I do listen, I do take on board everything that's said during a live broadcast, and we're all learning all the time. And today I've learned that I can have me on screen, I can have a camera on screen, I can have videos on screen, I can have pictures on screen, and hopefully one more. Okay, I can have up to 6 items on screen. This has been a world first broadcast, the first time that we've seen 6 items on Be Live. You've got 2 images down below me, you've got a camera to the right of me, you have the video I showed you earlier, you have the, oh right, okay, last night in, no, not that one, okay, last night in Devices was a candlelit vigil for Ukraine, and these are photographs taken by Angelica. There were 300 to 400 people there standing in silence for an hour in support of Ukraine, and such gatherings are taking place throughout the UK, led by independent individuals. This is non-dominant, it's not religious, okay, and we've got to do what we can to support. Our governments are actually doing as much as they can to support Ukraine at the moment. So this has been, and I'm going to come back to me. Okay, this has been, I'm looking forward to actually, you are watching. Stephen, live from Wiltshire in England. Thank you for watching me today. I'm back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern. I have a blast on Amazon Live. I really enjoy being here. I do appreciate you spending your time with me. Thank you to Rome and Corinda for the comments. Thank you to Aske and Doris. And wait a minute, better get this right. Okay. And to Melissa for actually following me today. And this is it. It's early in your day, and I hope you have a wonderful Thursday. Take care, and I will see you again live on Amazon Live from 10 a.m. Eastern tomorrow. Come and ask me questions. Come and get involved and follow me. If you enjoyed today's show, press the follow button below here. You'll be notified possibly when I next go live. You'll never lose me because when you click the following button, you've got the following tab up above, and you'll see all of my shows. You can either watch me live or catch the replays. I just enjoy doing this so much. So thank you for your time. Take care and goodbye.